Hello everyone, this is Deaquilin and welcome to QLin TV. In this video, I want to share with you 10 tips on how to enlist a mentor. I get asked this question all the time about, how to get a mentor or, who should I ask to mentor me? And then I also have people who ask, would I be their mentor as well? And I always want to make sure that I'm the right fit for them, but also that they're the right fit for me. And so I wanted to share with you because I recently got asked this question again, so I figured if I do a video, I can always share this video to help people to learn how to enlist a mentor. What a mentor simply is a person who is being, doing, and having that what you want, and you enlist them. You get them to help you to be, do, and have that. Meaning that if you want to have a business and you know someone who is in the same particular business that you're in, then you enlist their help and say, hey, can you mentor me? This is my plan. This is what I want to do, but I don't know how, or I don't really have the knowledge to get to where I want to be. So they will help you. They will pour into you knowledge, wisdom. They will also give you, guidance and discipline and things to help you to grow to where you want to go. So with that being said, I have 10 tips on how to enlist a mentor. I do think that having a mentor is important, although I don't think that having a mentor is necessary. And the reason why I say that is because we all have the ultimate mentor, who is God. And through Holy Spirit, He's able to show us exactly what it is that we need to do and how to do it. However, I do also realize and know that God also operates on the earth through people. And there are times where we need people. We need the interaction with, a person to help us and guide us as well. So with that being said, I do have 10 tips on how to enlist a mentor. The first thing is you want to identify what you want. You have to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then saying that you need a mentor really is irrelevant, because what are they going to mentor you in? Exactly, what do you need a mentor for? So know what you want. If you want to write a book, then you'll need a mentor who has written a book. If you want to start a business in a specific business, then you want a mentor that is in that specific business. So you have to first identify, what do you want? So grab a piece of paper and ask yourself that question: what do I want? The second thing that you want to do is identify what you need. Identify what you need, because maybe you do want to own a business, and maybe you've already started, but you don't necessarily need a business mentor. Maybe you need a mentor that's going to help you in marketing. Maybe you need a marketing mentor more so than a business mentor. So not just know what you want, but also know what you need, because you have to have a specific need in order for that need to be filled. So make sure that you know what you need. The third way to enlist a mentor is to pray. After you know what you want, after you know what you need, then you need to pray and ask God to lead you to that person that can help you and to help you feel that want and that need. So the third thing that you're going to do is you're going to pray and ask God to lead you to that person. The fourth thing that you need to do, the fourth way to enlist a mentor, is to look for the person that you want. Just begin to look around. Look at the people's lives, people who are doing, being, and having the thing that you want. That's why it's important to identify what you want, so that you can see it in other people's lives. So that's number 4, is look for what you want. Begin to look for it. After that, you want to examine. Don't just look on the surface. You may see a person that has the business that you want to have, and that business may be successful, but you want to begin to examine their lives, examine their habits, examine all the things about them, beyond what they show you. Sometimes you can look beyond what a person shows you and see who they really are. And so just begin to examine their lives and see them for who they really are, and ask yourself, is this the person that I want to speak into my life? Is this the person that I want to guide me and help me and lead me to where I know I want to be eventually? Do I want to mimic this person, and do I want to mimic this person's success? So that's number 5, is to examine. So go beyond looking to begin to examine. And then after that, number 6 is you want to pray again. And this time you want to pray and ask God, after you've identified that person, and you've examined their lives, and you want to pray and ask God, God, is this the person that you will have to mentor me? Is this the person that you will have me to have a relationship with, to help me build my business? Because God knows them, but also God knows you, and He knows what they're able to speak into your life, but He also knows what you're able to receive from someone. So you want to have your mentor relationship should be a holy connection, not just something that you come up with off the top of your head, but a holy connection that God connected you with someone. And I'm going to say that for your actual mentors, because I say that there are more than one. There are two types of mentors, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But for your actual mentors, these are the people that you have some type of communication with, and you want to make sure that this is God ordained and that God really is in that relationship. So that's number 6, is pray and ask God if this is the specific person that He will have to be in your life, to speak into your life. Number 7 is you want to make contact with that person. Now, you don't want to just all of a sudden, when you first see a person and say you've already done the knowing what you want, knowing what you need, praying, looking, examining, and then praying again. You don't want to just go to that person and say, hey, I want you to be my mentor. No, you want to make contact. Basically introduce yourself, whether you do it by email, whether you do it in person. I do realize that now we're living in more of a virtual world, and so people worldwide can reach out and connect with people all over the world. So a lot of times physical contact with your mentor could possibly be impossible. However, I'm not going to say impossible, could possibly have challenges. However, you still want to introduce yourself. So don't just email this person and say, hey, I want you to mentor me. No, you need to make contact and begin to introduce yourself and begin to build some type of rapport with that person before you ask them to be your mentor. That's so important. The 8th thing that you want to do is set up a meeting. And again, we live in a virtual world. And so if your mentor is on the other side of the globe, then there is technology where you can Skype, or you can have a phone call, or I think it's Uvu, where you can also do video chat. So there are ways for you to meet that person. And if possible, meet them in person and sit down and have a chat with them. I have 2 mentors who I actually met online, and so we've talked on the phone many of times, and I'm able to contact them via email and things like that. So make sure that you meet with them. Make sure that you have a meeting with them so that you can at the meeting, I'm going to say that before I go into number 9, is you want to, in the meeting, you want to go in with your agenda, meaning that you want to go in and say, hey, I've been watching you. I see what you're doing. I'm also interested in doing. They should know what you're interested in by now because you built a rapport. But you also want to just let them know, I really admire you for XYZ. I see that you're doing some of the things that I would like to do, and I want to ask you, would you consider mentoring me? Here's the thing: let them make the consideration. Don't just bombard yourself on someone and just make them your mentor. Let them consider it, because mentoring is a huge responsibility. You are giving this person to speak into your life. You're giving this person permission to examine your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. You are giving them permission to do so many things. And so you want to make sure that they are up for the task. Because if they're not up for the task, then what's going to happen is there's going to be some type of either tension in the relationship, or you're going to be unfulfilled in the relationship. So that is number 8, is to set up a meeting with them and let them know what you want out of the relationship, the type of relationship that you want. Number 9, have something to offer the person that you're asking to mentor you. Whether you want to sow a financial seed, whether you want to volunteer your time for their company, or whatever it is, don't go to a mentor empty-handed and say, hey, I want you to be my mentor, and you don't offer anything in return, because you're asking this person to give up a part of their lives to help you build something. And you should also be willing to sow into their lives, whatever it is, whether it's sowing time, whether it's bartering and saying, hey, I'm really good at administration, maybe I could, volunteer and do some administration work in exchange for your mentoring me. But do something, offer your mentor something, because again, it is a great responsibility to mentor people. And because of that, then you want to make sure that you are offering them something that will show your appreciation for them to take time to be your mentor. And it doesn't always have to be money. Like I said, it could just be your time. It could just be, you volunteering with them, or you bartering your service, whatever it is, in exchange for their time to mentor you. And number 10, be open to what they say and how they guide and lead you, because what you're doing is you're asking this person to speak into your life. That's why it's important to pray and ask God, is this the right person to speak into your life? But here's the thing, you got to be open to it. Don't just ask a person to mentor you, and then the second that they get on you, for not doing what you said, not meeting your goals or whatever, don't get offended by them because of their approach and how they talk to you and how they mentor you. Because what they're doing, they're there to help you. So when they begin to help you, don't get mad and don't get offended. So be open to what they have to say to you. Be open to what they have to teach you, and really, that's why I think prayer is important in the mentor-mentee relationship, because a lot of times they will be harsh, and a lot of times they should be harsh. But again, this is the person that you're asking to keep you accountable. You're asking to guide you and show you exactly how to follow certain disciplines and everything. So you have to be open to what they talk about, what they share with you. I did talk about 2 types of mentors. There are actual mentors, people that we actually have a relationship with, that we have some type of conversation with, on a consistent basis. I won't say every day, maybe once a week you check in with your mentor, or once a month, or whatever. But you, so there's the actual mentor, that physical person that you have contact with. And then I also believe that there are virtual mentors, and I do have a couple of virtual mentors, and these are people who I've never met before, but I watch them online, and I see what they're doing. I follow them very closely. I not only look at what they're doing, I also look at their lives and the lives that they lead, and I admire them, and I also sometimes mimic certain things that they're doing, certain disciplines and certain things that they mention. I go beyond just what I see with my natural eye to listening with my spiritual ears to hear the heart of that person and hear what their disciplines are, what their practices are, so that I can incorporate those into my own life. So those are the 2 types of mentors: your actual mentors, which is the person that you have contact with on a consistent basis, and then a virtual mentor, which is somebody that you admire from afar off, and you practice and you look at their lives and you incorporate certain things that you see in their lives. Next thing I want to talk about too is I talked about allowing your mentor to speak into your life, but we have to remember too that our mentors are human beings, and they sometimes they make mistakes, and so we have to give them room to make mistakes. But that's why, again, going back to prayer is important, and also you having a relationship with God, because again, God is the ultimate mentor. Through Holy Spirit, He can guide you, lead you, and show you all things concerning that goal that you have for your life. But here's the thing, yes, you want your mentor to speak into your life, but ultimately you want to hear from God. So make sure that you still foster your relationship with God. Never let your mentor relationship replace your relationship with God. So that's all that I wanted to share with you in this video. I also share a lot more about eagles and how to enlist those eagles in my book, Mancation: A Voyage Back to You, where I talk about how to become whole as a woman prior to and even in your relationships, and in that one of the ways to really get to where you want to be is to enlist mentors, is to enlist those eagles in your life and begin to soar. So with that being said, those are the 10 ways for you to enlist a mentor. And remember, the key is prayer. Pray always. Pray without ceasing. Pray for yourself, but also pray for the person that you have that's speaking into your life. And so with that being said, remember, as always, you are great in Christ and you are powerful beyond measure. Be blessed.